A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. This is a collective channeling session. And here we are going to be talking about the masculine and feminine energies. First and foremost, the masculine is telling the feminine that I was never unfaithful or I never wanted to be unfaithful. But still, whatever situation happened, I could not prove my love or loyalty to you. So he is going through that phase of deep regret and pain and suffering and misery, because he is saying what, according to him, he's saying that I always loved you. I really love you a lot, and I was faithful, I was loyal, I was a good person, I was a good lover. But whatever situations took place, because of that, I became what I was never supposed to be, or I was never one like that, never a person like that. And he is also saying that he's telling her, or you can say he's sending out this message to the feminines. And again, this message will imply or apply only for the twin flame community, the genuine twin flame community, star seeds included. So people who are on ascension, this message is for that. If you are looking for just a romantic session, or you just want to find out about, like your love life, then you can take a separate session, a personal session also. And if you don't resonate with this, you resonate maybe 50% with it, not 100% with it, then it's up to you whether you want to go by this channeling or not. Okay? This is a disclaimer. For your personal situations, for your specific situation, whatever you are going through, you're worried about something that is triggering you, bothering you, and you need some maybe hand holding, some advice, then in that case you can get a personal session with me. For that, you can check out the description box. It has all the details. And once you're sure, you can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com. And there are some people who book a reading, but they don't write to me. And PayPal does not provide any email address or any way to contact. So if you're one of those, then please write to me and let me know that I am so and so. I am the one who booked the reading. This is my email ID. Hi, hello, something like that. Okay. And kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because we need to follow a step-by-step procedure. And because this is also an intuitive reading. So tarot cards are there, but also intuitively we get the answers. Intuitively, through the help of spirit guides and masters, we get very accurate answers. And then we use tarot cards, help of tarot cards, and it is again done by the masters. I am not the one who gives the answers. The spirit guides, the higher beings who are taking care of you, they only give the answers. Okay, so they are the ones who are doing everything. All the credit goes to source and the masters. So now he is saying that I am getting punished for a crime I did not even commit, or I never wanted to commit. So this is like a very sad situation. If you even, look at the person, look at the masculines, visually also, physically how they are in a very depleted energy sort of space, and they feel very bad, because it's like, you're very helpless. There are some situations in life where you're very helpless. You don't know why you went through that situation at that point in time. And you feel very bad that you could not do anything about it. All you had to do is just witness, just experience it, There's no control, nothing was given to you. And especially if in this case there is a big loss, there is a major loss, or a lot of pain, or a lot of trauma, then it feels even worse, right? So he is going through that emotion that I feel so helpless. I was so helpless, I could not do anything. And I got punished. So he is not even talking about the feminine right now, because usually masculines speak like this when they go through the same thing, when they start going through the dark night of the soul, or when they realize that whatever situation they are in, it's a very bad situation. It's not what they thought would turn out to be. When they go through this misery, and don't think that, some people think that the masculines only go through pain because of the karmic. That's not true. Masculines, any which way, they are going through the pain of separation. Even in their own energy body, they are going through that. So they also miss the feminines. Okay. For genuine twin flames and star seeds, this is the reason why I gave that disclaimer. Because when they get separated, both of them go through intense pain. Both of them love each other a lot. Otherwise, we won't be doing all this inner work, because the love is so pure and love is so true. But still, the karmic situations, the entanglements, the earthly problems, the relationships, the attachment we have with our relationships with other people who grow us, raise us, or the community we live in, the programming is so strong that at that point in time, for that one big phase, which we call separation, where actually everybody is separated only. Most people on planet Earth are in separated energies. But then this type of separation feels very bad. Because here the emotions of both the people are true. Both of them love each other so much. Both of them are crazy about each other. There is no denying that fact that both of them are crazy about each other. And of course, one of them is in the twin flame ascension journey, and the other is supposed to mirror the journey. So eventually, by the time the twin flame union happens, even he also needs to, be in the union energies, or he needs to be somewhere very close to the union energies. So before you go through the union energy, you have to go through all this pain as well. You can't help it. That's how the journey is designed. Only when he loses the feminine fully, only when he goes through the same fear that I cannot bring her back, it's over, she's gone, it's done, only then they feel this way. Because this is the same thing that feminine goes through. When the masculine wants to avoid her, or not talking to her, ignoring her, or there is some negative situation, she starts feeling that it's over. And when more and more she tries to convince him to talk things out with him, or she tries to work it out, she feels that maybe with my own, efforts, I can fix this situation. So she puts any and all efforts that she can. In other situation, maybe in some other earthly relationship, it could have worked out, okay? But here, it doesn't seem to work out at all. Literally, because that fear of losing someone is very, very strong. That pain, that I'm not with this person, or this person will dump me or ditch me. And maybe in the past, the feminine and masculine also have already gone through a very bad breakup. They broke up with someone they really loved, or that person broke up with them and there was some misunderstanding. Even though that person was not experiencing the ascension journey, or even though that person was not in that theme or in that, that thing, that zone, still it hurt them a lot. There was some misunderstanding, there was some ego problem. So they even go back to the past situations, or why are you even going through these situations? Because since childhood, you don't know what love is. How people love each other for real. You don't know that, right? You don't know how to practice that basically. You maybe know what love is. Love is a beautiful emotion. It's the best emotion on this planet. There is no emotion other than love, which is so pure. Okay? It's the greatest emotion of the human experience, of the human life. So what happens, when you are supposed to learn about love? You are here to learn about love on planet Earth, right? So he is also learning about love now. Now he is in that zone where he feels that he's getting punished. He didn't do anything wrong, or he did not want to do it. Let's put it that way. He did not want to do it. And he is saying that don't think that you were the one who was lonely. Because what happens is that when it's masculine's turn to go through all the experiences that feminine goes through, then for some time he is enjoying. Apparently it would look like from outside that he's enjoying, he's very happy. But even at that time he knew that he's taken a very big step and he wants to get rid of someone, because he feels that so and blah 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 is needed to be done, and whatever in Hindi we have a word called majboori. Whatever your majboori is, whatever your issue is, your problem is, and the reason why you're so helpless, whatever it is, so he makes it very important, and he feels that, he is the hero, he has to be the savior, and he is going to sacrifice, and that's it. But all great things happen after sacrifice. All great lessons of life you only learn from true sacrifice. So he also has made a very big sacrifice. It's a true sacrifice. So God is going to see that. God is going to see that. If that's why I keep saying genuine. This is the word I use, genuine twin flame experience, genuine ascension or genuine starseed. Why I say this? Because if your sacrifice is absolutely pure, and you are selfless in that. So somewhere he is selfless. Somewhere he feels that, okay, this girl can be without me, she can live without me, and I can live without her. It's okay. I have to fix the situation. I have to make everyone happy over here. So I will be the one to do sacrifice. So he does that. But it's not easy. It's not easy. In the story of Ramayana also, Lord Sri Ram gives up on Sita. He gives up on Sita. He sacrifices his love for his people, for his country, for his Raj Dharam. He is a king. So he has to follow the Raj Dharma, okay? To follow the Dharma, he makes this huge, the biggest sacrifice of his life. He gives up on his love, his lady love, Sita, for whom he fought with Ravan, for whom he walked in the jungles of India to Sri Lanka. He leaves that woman behind because he needs to be a selfless king who only thinks about his people. So when he is making that sacrifice, he somehow makes it. He tells Lakshman, his brother, go and drop Sita in the woods, and I am sacrificing this relationship, I am giving her an exile and this and that. You can please let her know. You can inform her, and I cannot face her, I cannot tell her this, so you got to say it. And as a king, I have taken this decision. So king's decision is the final decision. So he sacrifices. He thinks that Sita is strong. Sita is very strong. She will take it. I know. She is pregnant. She is a goddess. He already knows all about powers of Sita. Okay, so he knows she's a goddess, and she's literally the daughter of Mother Earth. She's so miraculous that she was not even born biologically. She just came out. She just popped out from the soil. So he feels that she can do anything. She's capable of taking care of herself. She's a brilliant, powerful goddess. And I will somehow manage. He says that. But later on, if you watch Uttar Ramayana, movies based on Uttar Ramayana, or you just read the story of Uttar Ramayana, the pain of Ram is so strong. I was crying. When I saw Ram Rajya movie, I cried so much for Ram. More than Sita, I was crying for Ram. Because Sita had Hanuman was taking care of her, Valmiki was there, and she had 2 children. And people say this, many people say this, I have also heard it from many mothers, that once you become a mother, once you have a child, once you are nurturing something, then nobody is more important. For the mother, the child is most important. And that's the reason why we also work on the narcissistic abuse, the paternal and maternal abuse, because unfortunately, the twin flames, the star seeds experience a life where they don't get the mother's love or the father's love, So they have a painful childhood because of that. So Sita was with the boys, with the sons, she was raising them and she was very happy. She always wanted to live in the ashram. Even when Ram was sent to exile, she always wanted to live in the woods with him. She was like that. She always loved to be in the nature. But Ram, on the other hand, he was all by himself, and on top of that, he has to do his kingly duties. He has to take care of people. He has to put up a smile, and he has to show to the people, show to his crowd that, you know what, I can manage. I'm okay. I made this decision for everyone. And later on, when he's crying a lot, when he's in pain, his mother feels very bad for him. And his mother says that you took this decision for the happiness of your subjects, for the happiness of the crowd. But if you're going to be so sad, if you're going to be in such a situation, in so much pain, what is the point then? What is the point? And you're not happy, the people will never be happy. So he misses her terribly. He misses Sita so much, so badly. Just like that, he decided, he made such a huge selfless decision, such a big sacrifice. So making the sacrifice is easy, but going through it is not easy. So I'm not comparing the masculine with Lord Sri Ram, of course. Lord Sri Ram is the perfect man on this planet. He's the Uttam Purush. You cannot compare, but his disciples, it is a story, it is said. Many masters have said this, that if you follow the path of Ram, if you devote yourself to Ram completely, day and night you are submerged in the name of Sita Ram, then automatically he will make you like him, how he was. the perfect person. He turns people like into his own, like, it's not like he makes them become Ram only, but then he brings out those qualities, those beautiful qualities that Ram possesses. Ram possesses all the great qualities that any man, any human can possess. Look at Hanuman also. He became a devotee of Ram when he was a child, and today there is no one like Hanuman on this planet. Anybody who has devoted himself to Lord Sri Ram, he changes their life and he gives them all those wonderful qualities. But what he has done, he has taken the pain. He is giving us the good qualities, he's giving us everything, so he has taken the pain. And that's why we say Twin Flame Guru is Ram and Sita, because, and I'm sharing this story with you because a lot of people don't know that Ram was much more in pain when he was in separation with Sita. Even first time also, when Ravan had kidnapped her, that time also he was always in pain. He was crying a lot and people would see it. His brother would see it, Hanuman would see it. And imagine some other man, a demon king, has kidnapped your wife and kept her somewhere, you don't even know where. And she's a queen and she's the love of your life. And she was the one who said, I want to go to the forest, even when you did not want her to bring her to forest. So what would you feel? How would you feel? So he was like that. He was like a person who never hid his emotions from the world. So later on, when he was sad, it was his public only, it was his subject only, who then went to apologize to him and who were like, we are sorry we did this to you, we put you into this. So Ramayana is a beautiful story. All the people who are in the twin flame journey, you must read this story, or you listen to it, or you watch it. Now coming back to the masculine of our community, the collective message for all the people from this particular message by one specific masculine who is representing the collective right now. So he is saying that, those paths and those roads that I've walked on, those lonely paths, the lonely roads that I've walked on, you don't know how lonely I have been. Without you, how lonely I have been, you don't know. My love, you don't know. You have no idea. The pain, the misery, the separation, what it has done to me, you don't even know that. Okay? And you don't know. Why he's saying you don't know? Because now he thinks that now she doesn't care, she doesn't know. He also doesn't realize that when she used to be sad, what was her situation? When he left her, when he was not replying to her or talking to her, maybe it was not only about replying and talking, because there are some people who go through that phase, but some people don't. Some people just decide, okay, we'll get separated, and they quietly get separated. Nobody calls, nobody messages, nobody's writing long emails. All of that doesn't happen. And when the families are involved, you don't know how, what hells break loose at that point in time, and families get involved and a decision has to be made. So he's saying that I am going through this, but you don't know. You don't know what fire I am burning within myself, how painful it is. And at least you can still tell the people that he left me, or he did this, or he did that, or he was the one who made this decision. You can put the blame on me. You can tell the world that I was the bad person. I was the one who, could not take care of you, or I could not be there for you, and blah, blah, blah. But I cannot even complain to anyone. I cannot even tell people. Because if I go and complain, they will tell me, wow, it was your decision. Are you stupid that you made this decision? Why would you make this decision if you are in so much pain? If you love that person so much, why didn't you fight for that person? Why didn't you do everything you could to be with that person? But they don't understand my level of responsibilities or my level of helplessness. He says that, helplessness. So yes, I was not this liar, cheater, an opportunist kind of a person. I was not the unfaithful one. And still, I am the one who is the unfaithful one. I am the one who is the runner, whatever you want to call me, the runner and this and that. The one who ran away, the one who could not fix anything, the one who could not do anything. How about you? Then he says, how about you doing something nice for a change? So he is angry and he's fighting also with her. And he's upset also because he cannot directly fight with her. What can you do? So he's like, what about you? You are happy now. I can see you are happy. You're enjoying your life. So guys and girls, for all those people who think that it's the masculine who's having the fun, good time of his life, the tables always turn. The tables always turn. For some people, it takes time because, most of you people just want it right now. Don't have patience. You don't want to give it time. Okay? So if you give it time, 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years for someone's complete personal development. I'm not talking about a course that you do in 3 months or 2 months, a personality development course and all that. I'm talking about the whole person getting changed, transformed. A new person is born. That is what this inner work is all about. So you can't say that a new person is born totally out of the blue, just like that in 1 day or 1 month. Even 1 year is not enough. We always say that if you are in a breakup situation, if you go through a breakup, then for 1 year you should not be in any other relationship. At least for 1 year, you should be just single. If you want to grieve, if you want to cry, if you want to whatever, just do it alone. And then, start taking care of yourself. Start working on yourself. Again, don't be in a hurry to find someone and, just be in a relationship, just date people. Just for the heck of it, you're doing it. Like somebody had written on a comment section the other day that the Twinflame teachers are not making out or having sex with some other people. I don't know where they get, first of all this knowledge and this type of bogus information. And secondly, what is the big deal in having sex with random people or just anybody? Even if it's your own husband or wife and you're having sex with them every day, what is the big deal in that? Like what's so big about sex that people have made in this planet? Sometimes I find it hilarious. And I find this whole act of intercourse very funny. I don't know how many of you will relate with it. I find it funny. I find it comical. And the way people do it, is really funny. So what is the big deal? Like if you're a good looking person, if you're attractive, if you make money, if you have a life, so many people will ask you out. So many people would love to go out with you. If you love yourself, if you love your own company, 100% you will meet people who will love your company as well. Because you already love your company. You're not desperate or crazy, or you're not always going out just because you can't tolerate your own company. You can't be alone. Okay, so he is now saying to the feminine, wow, you're so happy, enjoying your life, living like a butterfly, a social butterfly or whatever. Maybe he sees her with someone dating. Whatever the situation is, now he's feeling very bad, like, she's so happy and I'm not. While she has been in this situation that he is so happy but I am not. Okay, so he's sort of also, blaming her for it now. Blaming as in, not in a mean way, but he's like, yeah, you are happy, but look at me. I am stuck. I am stuck in this jail that I created for myself. I can't even get out of it. Plus you can complain because, obviously I was the one who decided this. I can't even complain. That's also killing him, eating him up from inside, that I was the one who did it. Why did I do it? Like, when you do something stupid and you then sit down and think like, why did I even do this? Why was I so stupid? I was doing this without even thinking what's it gonna put me into. So he's going through that as well. And now he's justifying, he knows what happened, okay? All masculines know what happened. And they also know the wrong thing they did. Now, what's happening with the DM is that he is saying to the feminine, because now he feels very strongly that she's not gonna come back to me. And it's also, in my opinion, look, I have to be honest about it. He had a very big ego at one time. He thought that, whatever she's saying, it's all nonsense, or whatever is happening is not right, even though in some cases they tried to convince the DM, but he did not listen. So now that the DF, according to what this channeling's message is, that she's doing fine and she's happy, and in some cases she does not want to do anything with him. So now he is trying to calculate everything, and now he is realizing what could have made her, leave him, or what was the misunderstanding. Now he's realizing. So he is saying that whatever you saw and whatever you witnessed, or maybe whatever you heard about me, or whatever you know about me, that is not correct. Who knows if that's the truth or not? That's really the truth or not? So he is basically trying to justify that whatever happened between us, whatever transpired between us, whatever took place between us, was not 100% true things, 100% truth basically. So maybe you think that I betrayed you, maybe you think that I broke your faith and I broke your trust because I ran away, or because I did this, I did that. Whatever you think about me, I was not talking to you, I was not nice to you. In different cases, different scenarios took place. Okay, so if you are having a different kind of situation, then you can mention that also, that this is what happened with me. So if he's saying that if you feel that I betrayed you, I broke your trust, I was the wrong person, I did not love you, then that is your misunderstanding, because you don't know what happened behind the scenes. He is somehow also trying to, say that I was not entirely wrong. Okay. So whether my love was true for you or not, whether it was false love, false relationship, false everything. Because see, as I keep saying this, I've said this in many multiple sessions and content that I've made for you all, that this journey takes time. It takes time. And even in real life also, in real world also, it takes time for people to learn new things, or even understand old things better, or clear misunderstandings. But at least one of them, out of the two, one of them has to become very strong-headed. The other is obviously strong-headed, saying that it will never work out. Okay, but I have personally experienced this, and so many people have mentioned this, so many people's experiences are there. Even in the comments, so many people have written this, that things change, things shift. If you shift, things shift. If you change, things change. The outside reality completely depends on you. So when the feminine decides to move on and stop convincing anybody, like she does not want to convince anybody for anything. They want to believe something, okay, they can. They don't love me, okay. They don't like me, okay. They don't, enjoy my company, fine. But I am not going to try and make that extra effort all the time. I am not going to please anybody. I did that in my childhood. I worked on myself and I am fine now. So those people who are working on narcissistic abuse, you guys know that one of the most difficult thing to clear and to heal is parental narcissism. Parental narcissistic abuse is the main reason why all the twin flames on this planet have been suffering and they have been miserable. Because that is the reason why most of you people think that you are unworthy of love. Okay, and yes, you guys can check out the description box. If you want to get enrolled into therapy, you can check out all the details that are mentioned over there. And once you're sure, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. All this information is in the description box, including the email address. So he is saying that I did not do that. I did not betray you. I always loved you. But situation at my end was also different at that time. But now he's like, it can't work out because she's gone. She's never going to look at my face again. She's never going to like me. Because once you go through the pain yourself, when you go through the suffering yourself, what he's going through right now, okay, once he is going through this, then only he can realize what she must have gone through. Because she was always the one saying that yes, she was the one rooting for it. She was the one who was willing to take everything in the name of love. Just for love, she was willing to do everything. But he was not, and now he wants to, and now she doesn't want to, probably, according to him. So he's either having this conversation with the feminine. So let me clarify what are the scenarios, because now we have reached the end of this video. So let me tell you the scenarios. Scenario number 1 is that this is Scenario number 1, the most important scenario, is that this is for the collective. This is for those people who are looking for the answers. This is for people, this will apply for those feminines who have done intense inner work. They have been working consistently on themselves for last few years. And I'm not saying 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. No. They have been putting work in them for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. They have not been even counting the time that has gone by. See, when you are in those energies, the weak energies, the craving energies, where you're unworthy, that time becomes slow. Time moves very slowly. But once you are in higher energies, high vibrational energies, then you sometimes don't even care about the time. What is the time? What is the date? What is the day today? You don't know, but you are doing your work. Like you might even see that today is a Sunday or a Saturday or a Monday or a Wednesday, but you won't care. You won't register it. Because your life does not depend on the calendars, the dates, the months, the years. You're here, you know that you're here on earth to volunteer, So you got to do that. And maybe all these bad relationships, all these bad experiences happened purely because you had to awaken fully. Full awakening. I'm not talking about half-assed awakening. I'm talking about full awakening, total awakening, complete awakening, which will only happen when you do total surrender. If you do 50% surrender, you will see only 50% awakening and 50% change in you. So total awakening, total results you want to see. And once you get into that zone, trust me, you will never obsess for any other person in your entire life. You will not go back to this pain and misery that you go through currently, thinking about someone, missing someone, feeling bad for someone. You won't go through that. It will be gone from your DNA system. And only when it goes away from your DNA system, that's the time the masculine awakens, because now his 50% awakening has to happen. Earlier also he was on 50%, which pushed the feminine to do the remaining 50%, and now he will do his remaining 50%, okay? But he is very sure. So scenario number 1 is that this is for the collective. Scenario number 2 is that he could have personally met the feminine and spoken to her, and personally he's saying this to her, that you have misunderstood me. Even I was going through a lot. Even I was in pain. And she's saying, yeah, bullshit. I saw everything all this while. I used to check on you and I could see you were happy. You were doing your things. You were living your life. You never thought about me even once. And for those people who did get contacted in between, it was only for a booty call or something else, just for ego massage or whatever. So she's saying, sorry, honey or whatever. You are wrong because you were happy and enjoying. Now you may not be enjoying, but I don't know what brings you to me. Now why are you here? Because I'm happy. So you want to ruin my life. You want to ruin my happiness. That's why you come here suddenly in my life again. So one is that. Third is where she's just listening to him. There is no reaction. There's no fighting. There's no argument. She just listened to him. She hears him out. Okay, fine. Fine. You also were hurt. I agree. Oh, why can't it be like that? I'm hurt. I was hurt. So you could also be hurt. But all of the feminines in all scenarios, then this message could also, the fourth scenario is that he could have shared it with a mutual friend, and the mutual friend is the one who passes it on. Okay. And that she only listens or she doesn't listen is not important, but he speaks to someone and he knows maybe that this person is definitely going to talk to her or share with her. Okay. Scenario number 5 is that he speaks to God about all of this. He surrenders and he speaks to God. He speaks to someone higher. He never used to believe it, but now he believes about the spiritual reality, the spiritual realm. He understands what telepathy could be. He feels that, she was the one I really loved and she really loved me. But what happened? Now he's talking to God and he's asking God. He's asking the same question, that was it even real? Was it true? What I witnessed, was it true? Was I the one who betrayed her, or was it very situational and it happened because of some other reasons? Because I don't think she'll believe me that I never did it knowingly. So he's having a conversation with his higher self or with universe, source, masters, whosoever he believes in. Okay. So these are so many scenarios that can play out, or similar scenarios also. Thank you so much for being here with me. Keep doing the inner work, guys, if you're doing it already, and if you're not doing it, then buckle up and do it, because this is the only thing that will change your life. You know why? Because ascension is a lifestyle. So one love and peace out, and I'll see you soon in another one.